Well, hello, free people of the Rocky Mountain region. This is Brandon from Free State, Colorado, and I hope you're doing well. You know, so often Republicans get criticized for not achieving much. And that's unfortunately the sad reality with the story we're talking about today. Republicans have a majority in the House, they have a majority in the Senate, they have the presidency, and yet we have seen a total lack of them being able to hold accountable all these people who've been trying to infringe our rights, pass authoritarian legislation, and really strip us of our ability to live our lives how we want. This latest example is with Ilhan Omar. So, this article from Fox News, very recent, September 17th, 2025. Four House Republicans vote with Dems to block resolution censoring Ilhan Omar for Charlie Kirk comments. House lawmakers voted to table the resolution before they could weigh the measure itself. Now, if you don't know about Ilhan Omar, she is one of the most far left members of Congress, somebody who has supported every manner of gun control, taking more of our money away from us, and really just creating an authoritarian system, in my opinion. The House of Representatives voted along bipartisan lines on Wednesday to table a resolution to censor Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat, Minnesota, over comments about Charlie Kirk. Four House Republicans voted with Democrats to table the legislation, effectively blocking it from receiving its own House-wide vote. A vote to table is a procedural mechanism allowing House members to vote against consideration of a bill without having to vote on the bill itself. And unfortunately, we have a Republican congressman from Colorado, Representative Jeff Hurd, being one of the four Republicans to block this censor. Now, to make matters worse, folks, the vote was 214 to 213. Basically, Jeff Hurd being the deciding vote from it being an even tie to censor Representative Ilhan Omar. This is somebody who is so far left. It is absolutely crazy. The fact that we have a Republican congressman in Colorado who is unable or unwilling to hold any of these people accountable speaks volumes to why we're in the mess we're in. I think that's the reality of it. Now, what is a censor vote? It's really not much, to be honest. This low bar, this low threshold couldn't even be accomplished. If you may remember, Representative Al Green was censored because he disrupted Trump's speech earlier this year. And they talk a little bit about it here. So this is just an article I found online. Of course, all links at Free State, Colorado. What is a censor vote in Congress? Censure is a formal statement of disapproval in the form of a resolution that is adopted by majority vote, according to the U.S. Senate website. A censure in the House of Representatives must be approved by a majority vote. Censure is a way for Congress to register deep disapproval of a member for misconduct that does not meet the threshold for expulsion. Censored members do not lose any rights or privileges. So Al Green was censored. We had Adam Schiff being censored in 2023. Representative Rashida Tlaib censored. Jamal Bowman is censored. Paul Gozer was censored back in 2021. So, it's not uncommon, folks, but it's just so disappointing that we have somebody like Jeff Hurd who's totally unwilling um, to be this vote. Here's the vote here, folks. Here are the votes from the Colorado congressional delegation. So Hurd joined Colorado's four Democrat congressmen in voting to block this censor. And like I say, the final vote here is 214 to 213. So you have Boebert, Crank, and Evans all voting to censor Ilhan Omar. And then you got Jeff Hurd joining Jonah Goose, Brittany Pedersen, Diana DeGette, and Jason Crow. Come on. Absolutely ridiculous. Can't even do this. Very, very shameful. Very unfortunate. Here's Representative Nancy Mace saying four Republicans sold out tonight. They sided with Democrats to protect Ilhan Omar, a woman who mocked the assassination of an innocent American husband and father. And there's the votes there. Flood, Hurd, McClintock, and Mills. Crazy, absolutely crazy. It got so bad. The criticism online is so terrible that even Jeff Hunt had to specify to people, "Howdy, I'm Jeff Hunt, not Jeff Hurd. Have a good night." Because people are going so crazy, getting so upset, and really going after Jeff Hurd because of this. And you can read Jeff Hurd's Twitter feed recently. It is outstanding. Astounding, the comments and the criticism that he's getting. Some of it's not good, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty insightful. Here's Hurd's explanation here on September 17th. Ilhan Omar's comments about the assassination of Charlie Kirk, as well as her comments about those who supported Charlie, are ghoulish and evil. I condemn them completely. But I voted against today's censure because it tried to strip another member of Congress from committees and to silence her for exercising the First Amendment right to free speech. The right response is to reprehensible speech like this isn't silencing, it's more speech. That's what Charlie Kirk believed and practiced, and I agree. I mean, come on. Come on, folks. He'd rather be right than have a victory than do something to actually achieve some sort of small win over this far left people who are basically trying to wage war against our way of life. I mean, to be able to strip a hardcore Democrat like Omar from a committee hearing would be great. That is what you are elected to do, to hold these people accountable and actually do something for the people of Colorado and stand up to these far left people who are destroying our country. I mean, ultimately, that's what it comes down to. I mean, you could read through these comments. It is crazy. I mean, you got John Fabricatore, you are a failure. You have been anti-Trump. You vote and talk like a Democrat operative since being elected. I sincerely hope you are primaried and lose your seat. Here's Forest Mommy. That's the consequence for her actions. She is being canceled or fired, etc. But in the real world, these are rules, and she'd have to pay the price for the time being. I mean, you can read through all of this, and it is not good. It is not good. Jeff Hurd is getting beat up, being called a coward, being called a lot of horrible things for this vote. And, I don't blame the people who are calling him out. I mean, I think his time is going to run out there at the U.S. Congress there. And I thought this was so funny here. So September 20th, we had our biggest telephone town hall yet with over 21,000 constituents participating. Yeah, people were participating. They were calling in to yell at him, to complain at him. I mean, I listened to some of that call, and yeah, all the Republicans on there were calling to trash him. The Democrats on the call were calling to trash him anyway. So who does he think he's doing any favors to here? Now, I thought this was interesting, kind of wrap up with this, but this is TT, an important account you got to follow on X, at Government Grifters, GOVT Grifters. Of course, links at Free State Colorado. Really important account you got to follow. He goes, important note, Hurd gets most of his money from Speaker Johnson's PAC. He's not going to bite the hand that feeds him, which means Speaker Johnson didn't want the censure of Omar to pass. Hurd either had to take one for the team or was allowed to show his bipartisanship. And you can look at this, all the money going into Jeff Hurd. I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars coming from the the Majority PAC, Grow the Majority PAC, these other organizations here that are really in control by the Speaker of the House, apparently. So interesting stuff, folks, but come on. I mean, we need some victories. There needs to be some accountability. We need to see some of these people being stripped of their committee hearings, being censored and being called out. Otherwise, why are the Republicans elected? I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.